Welcome to the channel. This is Go Gran, and welcome to the 2022 Gran Turismo World Series Manufacturers Cup round number 4. Tonight we are at Monza, the Cathedral of Speed, located in Italy. And we are in the Group 4 cars. I am in the Jaguar. Tonight it is a drive to survive, so stick around, check it out. Quick look at the point standings. You see in round number 2, I've got 216. Round number 3, 233. So looking to try and beat one of those 2 rounds tonight, but it is going to be a tall order. As you can see right here, I'm sitting in P11. Now I had a 158.252 or something like that right around there, but that was only good enough for P11, as the Jaguar just doesn't really seem to have the legs, especially with me at the helm, to catch up with all these fast all-wheel drive cars that are out there. So we're going to try and get something done here from position number 11, and it won't be easy as the tire wear is pretty low. It's like 1X, Fuel X is like 1X, and well, there's a mandatory pit stop as we head down towards the first chicane. I'm right here behind P. Rolling. Get through it without any trouble. No one in the sand traps. Doesn't look like anybody's been booted off, so unfortunately no dirty passes here. In turn 1, we'll head towards the next braking zone, which will be the second chicane. I'm going to get on the brakes here, catch back up to the pack, as I kind of had a little bit better exit than I did again in those all-wheel drive cars. You see a Supra up front there that's being driven by Andrew Racing. So the 2 rear-wheel drive cars here, the Supra definitely got a little bit of edge on the acceleration coming out of the corners and the cornering. The Jag may be probably an equivalent to it at top end, but the Jag just seems to be pretty average everywhere. So gonna try and stay out of trouble is my strategy in the race here. As you see, they're side by side going into a Ascari. P rolling around the outside of Andrew Racing, cuts a little track there, gets back on, then goes out a little wide again. I see some penalties up ahead and getting kind of excited as me and the old trusty Jaguar can use all the help we can get. Now trying to decide who I want to follow here through the final corner. Parabolica at Monza, and Benelli serves his penalty. Now right here you can see there is a PS4, PS5 lag right there. I actually hit Roland there from behind, didn't realize it in the race. It was a lag hit. I didn't actually hit him, but follow Andrew Racing on through. Roland probably in front of me thinking, oh, thanks Grady for the punt there, guy. And I didn't even know I hit him at all until I watched the replay afterwards. And of course, after he said something to me after the race, I was like, I punted you? Sorry. Now, Roland looks down the inside. I get on the brakes here, going to try and follow Andrew Racing through, getting to the back of him a little bit. And then Roland gets into my quarter panel a little bit, turning my car sideways, so I have a pretty bad exit, actually getting to him and force him off track there. So it was just a little bit of an awkward situation there through the first chicane. Not the cleanest racing by myself ever, but, well, it is what it is, and we move on. Andrew Racing serves his timeout, and well, he shuffles back towards the back of the pack. As I exit Parabolica, I look up and see I've got Josh Benelli in my rearview mirror. Now, I've raced Josh Benelli in a few practice lobbies, and in that WRX, I tell you what, Josh had pretty good pace. In fact, about a half a second a lap quicker than me. So I was giving the right turn signal here, let him go on by, but instead he decides to give me the old bump draft. And I'm like, no, I need you in front. I want to take advantage of that quick WRX, try and stay in your slipstream and maybe catch lead sled here. And so now I'm thinking, oh great, I got the faster car stuck behind me. He's going to be all over my rear end as we go down through these braking zones. Again, he bump drafts me again right there. You didn't really see it because it was in fast motion. But so not good. The order car's wrong there. It's just got my head all messed up, and I end up cutting the second chicane, get a half-second penalty. Then I'm like, well, I'll let him through here. I back off early, and then Josh backs off to let me through. So it was just a mess. On to penalty serving time. Serve my penalty. Andrew Racing goes on by. Josh Benelli finally goes on by. Could have went by a little earlier. I would have let you through there, Josh. Anyway, so get in the back of Andrew Racing, give him a little bump draft here before we get to the braking zone, but maybe cause him to brake a little bit late there. Maybe so, as he goes wide through that corner. Didn't mean for that to happen. I was just trying to help him out, have us get towards the front, and then he doesn't come back on track, lets me go on by. I was actually going to give him a bump draft there if he came back on track, but after he swerved back over the right, I said, you know what, I'm not going to force it. I'm just going to move over to the left to get on by. Now, to show you how the Jag did not have legs, I could not pull away from the Supra. It stayed right there on my quarter panel, even though I had a much better run than it out of Ascari. So Andrew is going to head into the pits here, and keep that in mind. He goes in on lap 7. I go in on lap number 9. Well, there's nothing going on in the pits, no tires, no fuel. So all that really matters is where you fall back in the pack and how much you are held up. So as I come out of the pit stop, I can't cross that white pit line. That's a 3-second penalty. I've got someone coming up behind me. It is TRT Thors, and I'm able to get in front of him as we head through the chicane. So I was pretty happy with that. That put me in P8. With this final lap remaining, all I got to do is hold off the BMW M4. And, well, I thought that the Jaguar had a little more oomph than the M4. Now, as we come out of the second Lesmo, we get about the same exit. He's pulling on me just a little bit there. And then all of a sudden, when we hit 5th gear, here comes the M4 making a charge, and I see it just pulling on me. So I stay here on the left side, gonna wait for him to move over to the right, and he bumps me just before the braking zone, makes me go in way too deep. As we come out the other side, I give him a little space down the inside, hoping to return the favor. He does not, pushes me off track there, takes P8, and as I come back on, I almost get in front of Andrew, and he swerves over to the right to avoid me, but I'd already moved to the right, so he hits me from behind. So I felt kind of bad there with what happened to Andrew, but I was so focused on the M4 that just pushed me off track. I lost my concentration. Come around through parabolic and slide back in there behind Andrew and head down the final little straight, losing 2 positions out of Ascari. Absolutely abysmal. Drops me down to P10. So while I did move up 1 spot in the race, I wasn't really happy with that. So decided to go again. And this time I'm going to try and really concentrate on putting in a better qualifier. And I'm sitting on a 158.252, but I believe that is the exact same time I started the first race with. So this qualifying thing is driving me nuts. I know that I can put a sub 158 down, but I just can't seem to do it for some reason. So I got a break here at the driveway just before the 100 board. Ride the sausage here in the second chicane. Ride the second sausage. That felt pretty good. I'm in 3rd gear, full throttle coming out now through the Lesmos. Gonna brake just after the 50 board, lay it down on the curb, get on the gas early. You can see I'm only 0.003 seconds off my fastest time. So if I can just make a really good 2nd and 3rd sector, I might be able to improve that time. So get on the gas early, coming out of the second Lesmo, again, feeling good there. I just need a really nice Ascari. Get back on the throttle here in 3rd, hit 4th gear, hold it to the floor all the way through out the other side. I'm like, I might have a run. Now, my second sector was not that great, 0.145 seconds slower. So I'm going to need a really fabulous final parabolica turn, get down on the inside, try and get on the gas as early as I can. Probably even could have got on it a little bit earlier than I did, but still felt pretty good pulling out the backside of the corner. Cut as much track here as I can at the end and run a 158.2, which is good for, well, P14 to start the race. That is not good. Got the work cut out for me. Now, I had told Roland that I was really sorry about what happened in the chicane there, and I owed him one. And, well, I am about to get the chance to pay that back as we take a look here at the livery that Kaboom Operator made for me. Again, another beautiful livery. Link is up above if you want to check out Kaboom's work. He does a great job with the liveries. Now, looks like Roland does not get a very good start. And I said, you know what? Instead of passing him here, I'm going to return the favor like I promised after destroying him in the first chicane last race. So I give him the bump draft there instead of going down the inside and taking that position from him, which I could have done, but I did not. I man of my word. So gave him the bump draft, following through. The super behind me almost plows into me as we were going a little bit slow there through the first chicane, but I didn't want to press the issue there. I just want to follow that through. My goal here on this race is simply to run fast, clean, consistent laps, get out of the mayhem, out of the troubles. I am following this group here. I'm seeing it's already looking a little bit hectic as we're heading down here into the first Lesmo. Andrew Racing up front has got Thierry all over his back bumper, rolling not far behind him, but I'm seeing a few mistakes up front. I'm thinking, I want to get out of this group as quick as possible because I can just sense something is going to happen that's not going to be too good. So heading into the first, heading our first time through Ascari, We get through here. Everything looks fairly, mundane as we come out the other end, but Thierry getting off a little bit wide to the right, Andrew Racing off the left, and now Roland looking to make a move along the outside of Thierry. I did not have the best Ascari ever, but I am just hanging back there watching what's happening. Now, I'm thinking I'm going to pit here, but I want to see what everyone else does in front of me, so kind of glad I'm behind this group here as we head down Parabolic. I want to see what everyone does. Now, the P10 car up ahead looked like he was pretty quick, so he stayed out, and then it looked like Andrew Racing went in. So did Roland. Now, I had some issues with Roland before, so I said, you know what, I'm going to let Roland go in there and follow Andrew Racing around. I'm going to stay out with Thierry and Demonic Speed and see if we can't put in some fast, clean laps and maybe make something happen while those others in the back battle or fall into a bad spot with some traffic. Because right now, the traffic looks really spread out, really good, really nothing to concern yourself with as Thierry picks up a 1-second penalty for cutting just a hair of that second chicane. Brutal penalty there for Thierry. He's going to serve it right here. Now, it's not really a 1 second penalty. It's closer to 1.5, almost 2 seconds. As I pass on by, you see I eat up that full second of distance that was between the two cars and even put a little bit on him, a couple tenths. So about 1.2 seconds was that penalty. And as I come out the other side of Parabolica, you can see I've broken the slipstream. I've made it over that 1 second mark that I got to get by to get out of that slipstream. Now look over here on the right on lap number 9. I've put nothing but consistent laps in since getting by Thierry. So I'm feeling good about maybe picking up a spot or two on the pit stop. Maybe come out P12, P13, hop into the pits. Got my fingers crossed, hoping for the best. Don't refuel, no tires. Jaguar comes in, the pit crew is ready, and they send me back out on my way as we get a good look there at that gorgeous Kaboom operator livery from his Los Angeles studios. And as we come out, the Porsche goes on by, but in my rearview mirror, I see Andrew Racing coming in hot. Now, he was a couple positions in front of us. When I went into the pits, get at the end of the pit line, move over as far as I can, head down through the chicane, hold the position. Andrew Racing spins out the rear end as he comes out, so I get a good exit too. Able to pull a little bit of gap on that Supra heading down into the second chicane, which is going to be important because that Supra is a monster in that mid-range torque. Head through the second chicane, take it clean, come out the other side. I got about a 6/10 gap, and I know that I'm going to need all of it because the Supra really good here coming out of the Lesmos. I was behind Andrew Racing in the last race, and he was able to pull about a half second on me after these two chicanes, just able to really rotate that car nicely and get on the gas. And well, I've got just enough gap here, a little under 4/10, or actually right about 4/10 as we come out, head towards the Ascari. I need a good Ascari to be able to hold them off. Actually, get a pretty average Ascari here as I hit the sausages there on the left side, but get it into fourth, full throttle it out. Andrew goes a little wide, gets into the green corral over there on the right-hand side. That's going to slow him down as we head towards Parabolica. I just need to make it through Parabolica without making a mistake. Get on the brakes there after the 100 board. Set it down the inside. Iceman around the outside of Andrew Racing in the final corner, putting pressure on me from behind, actually in the GTR. That thing is still a monster as we head towards the finish line. Hold him off. Grab P9. So pick up 5 positions in that race. Pretty happy with that. Decide to call that it for the night, as it didn't look like the Jag quite had the legs to do anything here at Monza. Pick up 206 points. Could have been more if I'd gotten that P8 last race, so it is what it is. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the race. Hope you enjoyed all the action we did. Hit the like and or subscribe. Come back, check out some more. For myself, Go Ready. Y'all have a great week. DJ Clean, take us out.